Hello friends, this tutorial is about how to create the custom hooks in React. So you are familiar with the hooks in React. We use the hooks, inbuilt hooks in functional components, which was introduced in 16.8 version of React in February 2019. And also we can create our custom hooks as per our need. And we generally give their names starting with the use so that we can easily figure out which is the custom hook. Okay, so here we have a simple demo application in which it has only a single page, and in this page we have only a single functional component app in which we have a fetch URL to get the data, and we are just binding that data into this table. Okay, so there is nothing more in this app. Okay, so you can see there's the example, and we have mapped the data which are coming from the API. Okay, so now what we will do, we will create some separate hooks, and we will call in place of this. We will just pass the URL, and we will get the data, and we will pass map to the URL. Okay, so for that we will have a separate folder. Let's suppose we will create a folder called hook. Okay, and inside this we will create, let's suppose our first hook is use fetch dot js. File name is use fetch dot js, so that we can easily understand it is a custom hook. Okay, so here what we will do, export content use fetch. Okay, and then after we will have method, and we will pass the URL from whenever we will call. Okay, and here we will, what will we have, we have these all things there only. Okay, and we will return this data. Okay, so you can see that we have a custom hook name use fetch, and we have a state data and set data to get set, and we are using the use state hook, inbuilt hook. Okay, and we are using the use effect, and we have the fetch. We will get the URL from this method parameter, and then response will be passed in JSON, and then response will, data will be set in the set data. So we will get the data inside this data, and we will return this data from here. Now what we will do, we will import from hook as use fetch. Okay, and we will use the hook name use fetch. Now what we will do, we will have a constant, and what is the name of this one, data. So we will just set this data equal to use fetch, and we will pass the URL whatever we have defined it here. So I think we are missing that import inside our hook. You can see we have not imported the use statement, use effect here. So we will import from the React, and the hook is working properly, and you are getting the data from the hook right now. So this is the hook called use fetch, which is a custom hook, and you have just called this one constant data is equal to use fetch and URL, and you are getting the data. Okay, so this is the example one, basic example for the hook. Now we will go to the second example, which is called which is to toggle a button. Let's suppose we will create a hook for toggling a true false, and we will set toggle initial state whatever the user will have to set. So for that we will go to the hook and we will create another hook called use toggle .js, and inside use toggle we will just copy all these things whatever we will need, we will keep them, and we are not using to use effect here, and we are using the use toggle, will rename it to toggle, and here is the state, and you suppose state will be the initial state will be the false, let's suppose, and here what will be the, let's suppose, state, and here will be the toggle set state, you can say. Okay, so what you will return, you can return like that transition, sorry, state you can return directly, you can pass the state here, and another one method I will have to expose like toggle, and for this one you will set state with whatever the initial state opposite to that one. If the state will be true, then you will get false. If it's true, then false. If it is false, then it will true. So we have we are not using the use effect. Okay, so we have the another hook which is custom, and whose initial state will be false. If the user passed the state, then it will be the same state will be set to this one. So this one will be the state, so that whatever the user will pass will set inside this state, and if there is no state by the user, then by default it will be false. Okay, so now we will consume this one, use toggle, inside our import from hook use toggle. Okay, and now we will have our toggle, we will have the state, and we will have the toggle from there, equal to call the use toggle, and okay, so if you will pass the initial state, then it okay. If it will pass the true, then it will be the true default state will be the true. But if you pass the another state, then identifier state is already defined. Okay, I will pass rename it like status. Okay, so like basically it was overlapping this one. Okay, so the initial status is that one, and this is the state that we are going to use inside this one. So what we will do, we will just only print this state according to this state. If the state is true, then we will on, print on. If it is false, then we will off. So by default we will have on, because we are setting it true. If it will be the nothing, that it will be off. Otherwise, if we have a false, then also it will be off. Okay. Now what we will do, we will have another button here to toggle. Button on click. We will call on click the toggle. and here will be the toggle me, and we will have closing of button here. Okay, so now you can see we have a custom hook called toggle, use toggle, and we have the value here, and we will set the value from this one. Okay, so now you can toggle this one. You can see the toggling is working properly. Okay, so this is your custom hook. This is also your custom hook, and you can use in your any component as a hook. Okay, just import and use accordingly. So this is the example of the hook you can create. You can do whatever you want in the hook. We have just created the simple one just to show you how this custom hook will work. Okay, and we have the fetch one that also fetch the records to get. You can also create for the fetch get version, post version, something like that. Okay, okay. So we will just share this URL with you in the description so that you can easily take it with that. Okay, okay. Thanks for the watching.